Guys, we've got some very bullish news here around XRP. As you know, I hold XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. I diversify. XRP is my number one, and it's because of the utility and use case that it's going to be used to solve. And here we have an update from Ripple's CTO, David Schwartz, a very smart guy, and he talks about the expansion, the upgrades that they are doing to the XRP ledger and what the new capabilities are. So third-party cryptos could launch on XRP ledger, says Ripple's David Schwartz. And this is from a recent interview, the video they uploaded, I think a day and a half ago or so, on the Ripple channel where he's interviewed and he explains this. So Ripple is developing a feature that could allow users to mint asset-backed tokens directly on top of the XRP ledger, the firm's tech chief has said. In a company video released Thursday, he said here, Ripple is working on an exciting new features to broaden the ledger's functionality to allow third-party users to introduce other cryptocurrencies into the XRP ecosystem. Guys, this is huge. You look at what ERC20 tokens did for Ethereum and the price of Ethereum, right? We've seen it already. And the XRP ledger is much more efficient and scalable and faster than the Ethereum network. Now, don't get me wrong. I hold Ethereum from a smart contract standpoint and DeFi standpoint. I think it's going to be great, right? It's going to do well. But if from a transaction per second and network scalability, it's not as good as the XRP ledger. Now, they are making updates, so I want to make sure I'm balanced there, right? But at this present time, it's definitely the XRP ledgers has the leg up from that standpoint of issuing different tokens and things on top of the XRP ledger. So although Schwartz did not give detail on what exactly the new features are, he did say they could be used for launching fixed value tokens on the XRP ledger. Stablecoins is the obvious use case, but it's not just stablecoins. Listen to this. It's essentially assets pegged to some external value. Guys, the possibilities are endless with this. We're talking gold, stocks, any type of assets, anything that could has a value to it, even Bitcoin, right? Now, if you've been subscribed to this channel, guys, I've been putting the news in front of your face. I've been doing the interview showing you this was coming. Who did I interview a month ago? DevNull Productions, the CEO Mo Morsi. We covered, and here's the DevNull Twitter feed, the XRP intelligence that they track, and you are seeing Ethereum. Look at this, 100 XRP/Ethereum offers were created on the XRP ledger in the last hour. We talked about massive amounts of Bitcoin being moved on the XRP ledger, guys. And now David Schwartz is saying this could go to other assets. This is big. And I also, guys, interviewed who? Sologenic, right? The CTO of CoinField, where they issued their Sologenic token on the XRP ledger. So these videos, these interviews don't get as many views. And I noticed that. You know why? People are more concerned about the hype of price. And they don't realize the building it takes to get to the price. And that's the sad part, but I'm not going to get into the overhype thing and make every video hype. I'm going to give you guys the facts, because as investors, the folks who are focused on the facts will be the ones who do well, because they understand the concept of taking time and building, while others are just like, what did the price do today? Oh no, one moon, right? It's like, I'm excited for the price to moon, sure, but it takes time. And I hope some of you grasp that. I hope the maturity is seeping in that, you know what? Let's look at what's being built here. The price would follow. And these are the things we need to see, the progress we need to see, right, as XRP holders. So this is exciting. And there's a note here that similar features exist on other blockchains, most notably Tether, which runs stablecoin layers on multiple networks simultaneously. But Schwartz said asset-backed tokens on XRP would have guaranteed liquidity because of the ledger's mechanics. So the XRP ledger, that's why I said, is much more advanced than the others out there, even Ethereum's network. And you can, that's facts, guys, if you look up the facts. So this is bullish, and I'm going to continue to accumulate in the dips, my XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum, not financial advice, and certainly big things ahead. So just imagine. Now, the other thing I shared with you guys on this channel is what just took place. The Ripple folks, the dev folks at Ripple Spring, They were at the Ethereum meetup in Denver, and we got some insight. What are they building? A bridge between the XRP ledger and Ethereum. We think XRP to Ethereum and ERC20 tokens bridge is important since XRP is one of the most liquid cryptocurrencies in the world, but doesn't have a compute layer to support complex smart contracts for growing decentralized finance DeFi market on Ethereum. So in my video about this, I talked about it'll be beneficial for both. So I'm telling you guys, big things are ahead. I think a lot of things are going to be moving on the XRP ledger, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and ERC20 tokens, guys, let alone other assets. Maybe things tied to gold, maybe things tied to stocks, and whatever else, guys. Exciting times. I hope you see what is taking place here. I didn't make anything up. I showed you the facts. Now, moving ahead, this is big news. I always tell you guys, look at what the big money is doing. Look at the investments they're making, and they're not investing millions to lose it. They want a return on their investment. And the smart money is now looking at right now, okay, the market pullback. Oh no, people are, weak hands are getting shaken out. People are crying. Dude, relax, zoom out. We have ways to go. It will come in time. But Revolut here will make crypto available in 50 states. In the US, they were primarily in Europe. And if you recall, I reported on the news, what did just happened? They got a $500 million investment round, putting their valuation at $5.5 billion. So I'm sure that investment round was to expand to the US. Competition is healthy. And once again, who is investing this money? And are they putting it in here to lose? Some people are saying Bitcoin's going to zero. XRP will be 0 cents or some whatever, right? Nonsense. And I'm like, are you serious? Do you see what is happening in front of your face? Look at the investments. And this is why, man, the tail time, the old story repeats itself. It seems like history always repeats itself. People are just not taking the time to research and take the facts. They just want hype and price. And it's like, you can't have the hype and price and not look at the other, right? With the building has to take place, and these people are setting up shop, guys. And Revolut is already established in Europe on its home soil. It allows users to buy, sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and XRP. And one of 29 fiat currencies, so they have a lot of pairings, and they're expanding to the US. This is big. They're going to compete with Robinhood and Coinbase and many others, guys. This is great for us. And notice, why are they coming to the US? Because they know this thing is going to take off globally. They're in Europe. They want to capture the US market, guys. Now, moving ahead, many of you recall I talked about Akon, the artist, right? He's doing some great things in Africa. I forgot which countries specifically, but he's bringing like infrastructure, electricity, things like that, which is great. That's awesome work. And what's interesting, he's going to be launching his Akoin on the Stellar network. Now, I hold Stellar Lumens in my portfolio. I have stated to you guys I'm not accumulating more of it after the IBM thing kind of fell through. But, this is good. The Stellar Lumens that I have, I'm hoping will, get a lift off of this. So that's good. I'm looking to make money off of it. And this is interesting that he chose the Stellar network, but I don't know how his coin is going to do. His coin is part of his new setup of a city there, kind of a blockchain city in somewhere in Africa. So we'll have to see how that unfolds. I wish him best of luck, that it works out well, but still good for Stellar, good for him. And let's see where it goes. This is not obviously the biggest utility ever, like XRP being used by banks and payment service providers, but it's still positive for Stellar. So I want to make sure I'm fair there. I'm not anti-Stellar, but I am a realist. Like, if you're not getting the real big time utility adoption, then okay, I'm not as bullish, right? That's I want to make money. So, but like I said, I'm holding on to my Stellar Lumens that I've already accumulated. I'm not getting any more unless something major happens, like they get, I don't know, JP Morgan says we're going to use Stellar for this or whatever. Then I'm going to be like, okay, that sounds big. I'll probably accumulate some more. Now, 13,000 ATMs in South Korea to support Litecoin withdrawal and remittances. This is good for Litecoin. I have Litecoin. I'm not accumulating more of it because of what Charlie Lee did, but Bitcoin is the tide that lifts all boats. And in the bull markets we've seen and bull runs we've seen, everything kind of rises. So I'll make my money off the Litecoin I have. But this is good. So on February 28th, the Litecoin Foundation announced a partnership with Mekong Cash to roll out Litecoin to Korean won withdrawals remittances from 13,000 ATMs in South Korea. The partnership with Litecoin integrated into Mekong Cash's M.Pay payments platform. Litecoin will be accepted as a payment for Mekong's cash retail platform, Mekong Mall, and to pay for games that accept M.Pay rewards. A lot of M and Mekons and so forth there. But this is good. This is good. Adoption, guys. I like this. And finally, Coinbase has tested Clearview facial recognition software. I don't know how I feel about this because it's like, I don't know if I want Coinbase to know what my face looks like and that I can use this as some sort of login or something and have them have that much data on me, right? I'm hoping this is like an opt-in, opt-out thing. Like you don't have to use it, because I don't want to use it. I'm okay with using my login password, my two-factor authentication, and other security features. I don't know if I want to do this. But look, eventually, this could be the future. Like maybe 20 years from now, everybody will start using it, right? But this is interesting that they're using it. And I'm hoping, and I would assume that you can opt in. You don't have to opt out. You don't have to, use this from a mandatory standpoint. I hope not, because I think they will lose a lot of customers if they do that. So guys, what do you think about this news? I think this XRP news is bullish, given the context of all the things I've shared with you, with what is already taking place with Ethereum and Bitcoin offers being moved on the XRP ledger, bridges being built between XRP and Ethereum. And I tell you guys, check out the interviews. You'll learn a lot I'm talking to CEOs and so forth who are actually building and doing things. And I hope I didn't throw any of you off with my comments on being just hype and price. Price is important. That's your portfolio. Absolutely get it. But you have to be a realist and put the facts ahead of the hype here, right? Hope you guys get that. We got to have a maturity here, but sometimes the hype videos and so forth, and even in the XRP community, get a lot of views versus interviews of people actually investing and building, which is, like I said, kind of sad, but it is what it is. I'll continue to give you guys the facts. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you all later.